Monday, 2:40 p.m. 2 seconds. How can I help you?
Hello, Jesus?
Yes.
I wanted to try to catch you on a break or something. I wondered if, I was in there earlier and I wonder if I could possibly just talk to you when you're not so busy about what happened before when, that guy, my neighbor, followed me out the door. And all I want to ask is how is it that if this guy has been terrorizing me for like 6 months, and the police, I've tried to get the police help, but it's like, you see what he does. It's like he was the one that was raising his voice and yelling, and I was trying, and I mean, I tried to take the opportunity to say, well, please be a gentleman, and I would like to not be scared of you.
Right.
And I felt safe that I had people around.
Mm-hmm.
And if I started to raise my voice, it was only because he was the one that was being yelling and aggressive.
Right.
And so it just blows my mind that how is it that, because I only stood there because he was still laughing with you.
Right.
And I understand that you're just like, whoa, what was that? And you're just a friendly guy. But then I'm looking also to see who did I just get made a fool of in front of.
No, that wasn't the case at all.
No, but with the lady that was talking to you, she knows someone that goes to a yoga studio I used to go to, and it's like, it's just these people have been doing this to me for years, and that's why.
Well, the lady that was there didn't mention anything about you at all. My main concern was, I first noticed you guys starting to, have a little tit for tat, and I said maybe they'll resolve it and it'll come to an end. But then I saw it escalating, and so I needed to basically diffuse the whole situation. That was my main concern.
Did you notice that I said I was afraid of him? I said
he was
going to throw me off the balcony, and he even admitted, like, well, it might have seemed that way because you made me mad. But it's like, that's not an excuse. I've recorded him saying he wants to make me pee my pants. He's told my neighbors he would be willing to go to jail just to, like, because they sell crack, they've got prostitutes in and out of here all the time. And it started, like, it actually started a couple of years ago, but I keep to myself. And for him to be standing right behind me, I looked back because I was like, oh my God, he was looking at, anything to do with me. I'm like, I wanted him to not know anything about me. I have no relationship with him. He just lives next door to me. And I'm thinking, we probably look like ex-lovers or something, and, like having a lover squabble or something. And I honestly think that he makes that happen. And you saw him say, oh, she ain't leaving. And it's like, and
I was trying to ask him to be quiet because that was irritating you and keeping you there. Just by him keeping talking like that was just agitating you.
Exactly.
Now, here's the thing. This is the only thing that I know. You came up to my window, and you were very pleasant and very cordial to me, and it was a pleasure taking care of you. I had no idea that there was any issue.
I didn't know he was there. He surprised me. That's why, I mumbled, like holy shit, or something. I was looking at the door, but it was to myself, and I was leaving.
Right.
And he came out after me, and even when I was in my car, he turned around his car, and he saw my car in front of the building. I mean, he does it. You have no idea. Like, I don't do my laundry. I'm afraid to run into him in the laundry room. Every day I have to look out the window to make sure he's not around, because he has physically, like charged me. And he's not laid a finger on me yet, but how am I supposed to know if he's going to snap one day,
Right, and again, this is a matter for the police. The only thing that I know, the only times that I've dealt with him, he's never, and I don't know you, and I don't know him on a personal basis. All I know is, my interaction with my customers at the window, and I've waited on him before, and he's never expressed or seemed to me like an aggressive type of individual. So I certainly wouldn't be one as a character witness of any kind, because I don't know either of you personally. My main concern.
Did he have something important to do, or did he buy a stamp? Because
I don't really recall what it was that he was there for, because it was. The situation had gotten out of control, and the girls in the back came up to try and help, and it was a little bit of chaotic, and that's what we don't want in the lobby. And the last thing we want is to call the authorities in, but certainly if you find yourself in that situation again, and you feel unsafe, tell us, and we'll call the authorities and have them come in.
I didn't feel unsafe because there were people around, per se, but I was, like, look at what he's doing. He's like, has the whole place laughing at me, and I was listening to see what you all were saying. And,
you know what?
And what
That's
damage
all
was
just.
done.
No, there's no damage done. The thing with that is, if he comes up and he says something, and I start an argument with him about you, then it's gonna continue. I was just trying to like pour water on it, and basically just separate you guys.
Except for when you said, ma'am, if you don't leave, I'm gonna call the authorities, and it was just like,
right.
And he loves that. He started laughing. He was enjoying the hell out of that, and that's what.
But it wasn't. Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't because of you. It was like, I just needed to separate the two of you, and I had already waited on you, and he was waiting to be waited on. And until you walked out of that door, the situation wasn't going to stop. And so all I was trying to do was get you out of the door, but I also gave you the opportunity to tell me, go ahead and call the police, because this way I would know that you felt that it was necessary.
Part of me wanted to just to like
right.
But at the same time, I don't want to deal with them either because they're like, that's the thing. Mm-hmm. My neighbors do that to me, and then the police are like, what the fuck is your problem?
Right.
Like, and I'm just like, but just I didn't do anything, And
right. Well, my name is Jesus, and if you feel that I didn't handle it to the best, I tried to do the best that I could under the circumstances. But you certainly.
I just wanted some insight because I've been, I heard him saying, "Oh, you have no idea what I put up with. Oh, you have no, like talking about stuff in front of a lot of people, and it's like, what is the point here?
Yeah.
I say, oh my God, like you're here, get me out of here, and I left, and he comes charging after me.
Yeah, but nobody knows.
Yeah, but everybody now they do, and then he looks inside, and I look inside, and he's got the whole place laughing, like, wow, who's that crazy person? When he's the one that started it. I mean, you were kind of chummy laughing with him.
Well, I wait on him all the time. He's in here almost every day. But it wasn't laughing at you. The situation was a situation that was getting out of control, and it was escalating. And sometimes there's like a nervous laughter involved. Honestly, all I wanted was a peaceful resolution to the situation. I didn't want to have to call in the police.
You were fine because you're totally innocent in this. It's just that I could hear him saying, "Oh, you wouldn't believe like what I put up with," and that's what I wanted to listen. Not because I care what he thinks, but I'm like, why is he doing this to me in front of all these people?
But you know what? Yeah. Just because I listened to him doesn't mean that I necessarily believed him. I was just,
10 other people there, and the ladies in the back.
Right.
And one of them is a neighbor down the street who I think doesn't like me very much to begin with, and it's just like it never ends. And all I did was go in and mail a letter. I was, like you said, we had a nice cordial thing. Goodbye.
Right.
And then I got him running after me, and all I did was say, holy shit, or oh my God, and I'm like, no fucking way. I think I did say it, but it was like, oh, get me out of here. And I was leaving, and it bugged me to think, like, I wanted to go up to you and say, if that guy asks anything about me, like, you have to.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Yeah, but if he sees like, a friend on my envelope or anything.
No, that's not. No. That's not gonna happen. Not here. I'm not losing my job for anybody. That's. I honestly, I don't know your name. I don't know who you are. I don't even know if I've ever waited on you before. I do know I've waited on him because he comes in on a regular basis. But again, my boss wants me to get back to work.
Yeah. I don't need to do this now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. If you have any issues that you feel are still unresolved, you contact my postmaster and give him the whole story.
No, it's not you. You're another human being who saw what happened, and I live with this every day. I'm afraid to leave my house.
Yeah, I would. Honestly, you should. Really that will probably be the best situation.
Yeah, no, it's not that easy, is it? I've been here 13 years.
Wow.
And he does things to purposely scare me so that I move. Imagine.
Wow.
Imagine living like that. So, I mean, he physically threatened me numerous times, and like I said, he's a total, he's got people coming in and buying crack from him. So. Well,
I mean, report it to the police, and not just verbally, not just with a phone call. Yeah, you make a written documentation of it. You write them a letter, you send it certified.
Police a 27-minute recording of them talking about throwing me down the stairs and violent stuff, and they didn't do anything. So I'm at a loss. But
do you have a lawyer?
well, not.
Yeah, I mean,
I have money. You have a lawyer.
Right.
Okay.
I would consider at least sending the information to a lawyer and asking them, I don't need your services just yet, but would you at least keep this information with you, just in case anything happens?
He doesn't have any money.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't have any money. You know what he does? He stands outside the door and talks about how he scams Section 8. He makes $1,000 a week, and he hasn't been working this month just so that he can keep his Section 8. That's all you heard him. And I do record him a lot because I have to live with this, and I don't know how to prove what I say. But he thinks like I'm obsessed with recording it, when really I'm just protecting myself.
Right.
Which is why I was filming him in the thing, because it's like I got the police coming, and the police are like, "What'd you do now?" I'm like, "I didn't do anything, see?" You know what I mean? And it's a horrible way to live, but that's what's happened. So it's just, you're a sweetheart. Thank you for whatever, and I'm sorry to take you away from work.
No, that's not a problem. I'm happy to talk to you. I just, I don't have like professional experience in what is that called, confrontation type of resolution. I just did the best I could under the circumstances.
You were fine, but I'm glad that you did hear him say, like I said, you could just wait for me to get up the stairs. He's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to wait," and it's like, I don't know. I was surprised that even the ladies, like, they heard him say some of this stuff, or confirm like why I was afraid. Like, he threatened me violently, and then even that lady in the back was like, "We're gonna have to call the police." And at me, I know it was for the situation,
but it was for both. Yeah, it wasn't just directed at you.
He had a big smile on his face, and he got
I don't know why he would, because he'd be the one that would be in trouble if the police showed up. And again, it's a federal facility. We can't allow those kinds of things to happen in the building. We can't allow it to escalate. And under those circumstances,
I should call the police now that I think of it, but whatever.
Under those circumstances, we can't call the authorities and have them handle the situation. But we would rather not have to do that to the customers if they can peacefully just separate. And that was my main point in the whole thing.
Right.
All right. Hopefully you don't run into
me,
again.
And I apologize for letting it linger on. It's just that I was trying to hear what he was doing, and at first I was like, well, here's an opportunity where I'm not alone.
Right,
and I try to make it not scary. Like, could you just wait so that I don't have to be scared?
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't just leave it at that. He has to, like, take it to another bad place. That's what he was doing.
End of messages.
Ran out of space.